Welcome, the anointed one. Some people have studied you like a science project, only to realize too late that you were the scientist the whole time. There is a level of clarity in you that they never expected, and tomorrow night everything changes. The Libra moon arrives on July 29th with a massive shift. It is not just another ordinary phase in the dark sky. This specific lunar event is pulling the curtain back on your love story. You have felt a strange shift in the atmosphere this entire week. Conversations have stopped the moment you walk into the room. You have been waking up at 3 or 4 in the morning. There is a heavy weight sitting on your chest that you cannot explain to anyone. What you are sensing is incredibly real. For years you have been the one everyone comes to with their broken pieces. You give so much energy to others, and you receive so little back. You have sat in crowded rooms and felt completely alone. People look at your life and think you are perfectly strong, but they do not see the quiet tears falling in the dark. They do not understand the sheer exhaustion of holding it all together. Your isolation in love has never been a punishment. The universe did not remove the crowd to abandon you or leave you lonely. It cleared the room because your frequency is too vital to be contaminated by wrong connections. They called you too sensitive. They told you that you expect way too much from love. But your deep sensitivity is actually a powerful radar. You were built for a completely different frequency of human connection. Tomorrow, the Libra moon activates a timeline that the world tried to bury. The cosmos are specifically targeting 3 zodiac signs for this massive romantic recalibration. If you belong to one of these 3 signs, your entire emotional reality is about to flip. Those who took your bright light for granted are suddenly feeling it. They are terrified of the solid boundary you just built. They cannot explain your new silent power. You have become the massive question mark in their neat little equations. The old version of you would have chased them down. The old you would have compromised everything just to feel briefly chosen. But you are standing between 2 identities right now. The one identity is dissolving into the past, while the other is being birthed by heaven. And this new identity does not chase anyone at all. It sits still and lets the universe deliver the right soul. In the next few minutes, I am going to reveal the exact 3 signs that are getting chosen tomorrow. I will expose the specific lie keeping you trapped in those painful relationship cycles. And at the very end, I will give you the exact declaration that seals your new romantic timeline. Do not click away right now. If you leave before the end, you will walk away from the very verdict heaven prepared for you. This message was placed in your path for a very specific reason. The digital algorithm did not bring you here by random accident. The universe guided your hand to this exact moment, because what you are about to understand will finally break a generational pattern of heartbreak. You must let this truth land deep in your tired spirit. It must settle inside you like solid bedrock before the silver moon rises. Before we go any further into the 3 signs, I want to hold something in front of you. Something that was discovered not inside a spiritual community, but inside a clinical lab. Something that won the highest scientific recognition available, and that most chosen ones have never been told about, because it explains something I know you have felt your entire life. The painful gap between your bright potential and your lonely reality. You know what kind of pure love you are capable of giving and receiving, yet you only see that beautiful version of your life in flashes. I will show you exactly what the quiet scientists found, but not just yet. First, I need you to fully understand what was taken from you when you were an innocent child. So hold this deep question in your open mind. What if the distance you feel in love is not spiritual at all? What if the invisible block keeping you lonely has a scientific name that no one told you about? What if it is completely and beautifully reversible? Keep that question close to your heart as we explore the Libra moon, because the answer changes everything you thought you knew about your own beautiful mind. Now let us uncover the first zodiac sign that heaven has selected for this massive romantic recalibration. You have given your heart completely. You have tried to love with everything you have inside, but somehow the painful cycle keeps repeating itself. You watch other people find love so effortlessly. They do not seem to try very hard, yet they stumble into happy relationships while you are left waiting. It feels deeply unfair. You have read the books about manifesting love. You have done the inner work. You have healed your deep childhood wounds. But the universe still feels incredibly silent when you ask for a partner. The loneliness sits in your quiet room like a heavy shadow. You wonder if you are simply meant to walk this long path alone. I know exactly what your weekends look like. You stay in your quiet space because the outside world feels too chaotic. The energy of other people drains you completely. You crave a deep soul connection, but the people you meet only want to skim the shallow surface. They do not understand the beautiful depth of your tired spirit. You attract broken birds who need your healing light. They come to you with their heavy trauma and their deep fears. You patiently help them put their scattered pieces back together, because you have a heart of pure gold. But the moment they are healed, they walk away. They leave you feeling completely drained and terribly empty. This painful dynamic is not a random coincidence. You are not cursed with bad luck in romance, and you are certainly not unlovable. The truth is that you are operating on a very rare frequency. Ordinary people are completely overwhelmed by the intense light you carry. They pull away because they cannot match your spiritual vibration. Your isolation was a protective boundary built by heaven. But there is another layer to this lonely story. There is a specific reason why you feel disconnected from the romantic miracles you deserve. Here is what they never told you. The reason the universe responds to certain people is not just blind faith. It is an actual brainwave. Scientists have a very specific name for it. They call it the gamma frequency. And it is the exact frequency your beautiful brain was running when you were a small child. Back when brilliant ideas came so easily to you. When you somehow knew things long before they even happened. When the world felt like it was on your side. You were deeply connected to the pure flow of the universe. Then adulthood arrived with all its heavy burdens. The modern world went to work on your bright mind. The chronic stress of survival mode took over your days. The rigid school system trained you to conform instead of creating. Your sacred frequency was slowly suppressed. Every single year this beautiful frequency was pushed deeper. It was buried far below the noisy surface of your daily life, until the version of you with lightning intuition went completely silent. The synchronicities that used to guide you suddenly stopped appearing. The sweet sense that the universe is working with you faded away. When that powerful gamma frequency fades, your romantic genius fades with it. You lose the magnetic signal that attracts your true soulmate. Most people will live their entire lives without knowing this tragic suppression happened to them. But you are not most people. You are a chosen one who is finally waking up to the truth. And the specific question I asked you to hold a few minutes ago, the deep question about a gap and a hidden scientific name, the answer to that question is closer than you think. What if the heavy block in your love life is simply a suppressed brainwave? What if it has been waiting to be switched back on this whole time? This is exactly why the Libra moon is so vital for you. The cosmic energy is shifting to help you clear this heavy interference. The universe wants to restore the brilliant receiver inside your mind. You do not need to try harder to find real love. You just need to remove the heavy blocks dulling your natural magnetic signal. The energy of this upcoming moon is designed for perfect balance. It is specifically searching for the gentle souls who have given too much. It is scanning the earth for the chosen ones who are running on empty. Heaven knows exactly how much you have sacrificed for others. And now the scales are finally tipping back in your direction. The 3 zodiac signs I am about to name are feeling this shift the most. Their suppressed frequencies are waking up under the silver moon. They are about to step out of the lonely shadows. and they will walk right into the timeline heaven has prepared for them. The cosmic wheel is turning in their absolute favor tomorrow night. But before I reveal the very first sign, you must let this truth settle. You must stop blaming yourself for the lonely seasons of the past. The waiting was never about your worthiness. It was about preparing your frequency to hold something incredibly massive. Now lean in close as we uncover the first sign chosen for this blessing. Let us reveal the very first sign activated by this lunar event. The first sign is the beautiful and deeply misunderstood Pisces. You have carried a heavy burden for a very long time, and I must ask you a very difficult question right now. Why are you always the dedicated savior for everyone else, but somehow left completely alone at the end of the day? You pour your golden energy into people who are completely broken. You listen to their desperate late-night tears. You help them rebuild their shattered confidence. And when they finally learn how to fly again, they just pack their things and walk right out of your front door without looking back. It leaves you feeling completely drained and terribly empty inside. You give your entire soul to relationships that only take from you. You compromise your own needs just to keep the fragile peace. You forgive things that ordinary people would never even tolerate. And you do this because you see the hidden potential in their troubled souls, while ignoring the massive toll it takes on your own tired spirit. This exhausting pattern has broken your tender heart time after time. You start to believe that you are only meant to be a stepping stone. You wonder if your cosmic purpose is just to be a temporary healing station. You watch them move on and give the best version of themselves to someone else, and it makes you question every single thing about your own inherent worth. But you are absolutely wrong about your magnificent destiny. Heaven did not design you to be a permanent waiting room for broken souls. Let me completely reframe your painful reality right now. Your romantic isolation was never a cruel punishment from the universe. It was a necessary and beautiful preparation for your future. God removed the crowd to clear space for something greater. Heaven removed those draining people so you could finally breathe without toxic interference. Your deep isolation is actual evidence of your divine selection. The universe had to separate you from the noise to protect your precious energy. Think about the most precious diamonds buried deep in the earth. They are formed in total darkness under massive pressure before they are brought into the light. They do not sit on the shallow surface for everyone to touch. You were placed in a cosmic quarantine for your own safety. The universe had to hide you away from the relentless energy vampires. Because your specific frequency is way too vital to be wasted on temporary people who only want to consume your light. You were shielded while your true romantic timeline was carefully constructed. What you carry inside your chest is not a fragile wound. It is a massive and powerful weapon of light. The deep sensitivity they told you to hide is a powerful radar. You can sense the hidden motives of people before they even speak a single word. That depth gives your spirit incredible weight, making you a rare force in a superficial world. You were never broken or defective in any way. The celestial records show that you are an integrated cosmic warrior. You have survived emotional storms that would have easily destroyed ordinary people. You walked through the dark fire, and you kept your beautiful heart completely soft. That is a rare superpower that the darkness absolutely hates and fears. You are not the misunderstood outcast you thought you were, because you are the architect of a new frequency. The people who pulled away were not rejecting your beautiful heart. They were simply grieving the old version of you that they could no longer control. They sensed a rising frequency in you that they could not possibly understand. The enemy does not waste premium attacks on people without premium assignments. Your painful warfare is proof of your massive calling, and the battles only confirm the value of your soul. Tomorrow, the Libra moon shines a bright light on your hidden worth. The cosmic scales of justice are tipping heavily in your favor. The universe is finally returning every ounce of love you ever poured out. But it is not coming back through those broken people you desperately tried to save. It comes through a soul fully prepared to match your pure energy, and they will never ask you to shrink yourself. You must release the desperate need to be needed by everyone. You are not a spiritual hospital for toxic partners anymore. You are a chosen one who deserves a love that feels like a safe and warm harbor. Place your hand on your tired heart and take a deep breath. You are stepping out of the lonely shadows and into your true romantic assignment, where you will be fully celebrated. Your breakthrough does not need anyone to grant you permission. It activates the exact moment you stop asking for it and take your rightful place. You were never meant to save the entire world. You were meant to carry one specific assignment that only you can fulfill. And your true partner is walking toward you on that exact same frequency, bringing a peace that will wash away your exhausting labor. Your season of quiet preparation is officially complete. Pisces is taking the beautiful throne of love. But there is another sign that must hear a crucial warning today. The second chosen sign carries a generational pattern that is incredibly stubborn. Before I reveal the second sign, this deep truth about your energy must settle like solid bedrock in your tired spirit. And this brings us to the second sign chosen for this massive shift. The second sign is the intense and deeply powerful Scorpio. You carry a very heavy mystery in your bloodline. Look closely at your family history right now. Do you see the painful patterns repeating themselves in love? The women and men in your lineage have always attracted betrayal while giving their purest hearts to the wrong people. The deep question haunts you in the night. Why does love always turn into a bitter battlefield for your family? Your grandmother suffered quietly behind closed doors. Your mother carried the exact same heavy burden in her heart. And now you find yourself fighting the very same emotional wars while wondering if you will ever experience true peace. Ordinary people call it a terrible generational curse because they only see the surface. But the people who say that do not understand the cosmic truth. What your family called a dark curse actually has a frequency address. You were born to be the ultimate cycle breaker. You are the one soul strong enough to stop the inherited trauma. The universe chose you to finally dismantle this painful legacy of heartbreak and replace it with unconditional love. You are the powerful anchor holding the line for your entire family. You thought you were failing in your romantic life. You thought you were making the exact same toxic mistakes as your ancestors, but you were actually gathering the crucial intelligence needed to defeat the ancient pattern. You were absorbing the dark energy so you could learn how to transmute it into pure light. It was never a punishment. It was rigorous spiritual training for your soul, because heaven knew you were strong enough. The deep emotional block you feel is not a spiritual failure at all. It is a suppressed frequency that was passed down through generations. Your ancestors lost their vital connection to this divine vibration. They lived in pure survival mode, and the pure signal slowly faded away. And that exact same suppression was handed down to you, without your consent, while you were still an innocent child. You inherited a dulled receiver. Before we go any further, I have to tell you something incredibly important. Something the people who profit from your exhaustion do not want you to know. A team of neuroscientists working quietly away from the headlines has discovered how to bring this dormant brainwave back. They found a brilliant way to restore the exact frequency of pure genius. They mapped the silent gap in your energy, and they found the missing piece. You do not have to spend years doing exhausting daily meditation. You do not need clinical machines that cost thousands of dollars. They discovered something far simpler and far more aligned with how you were designed to heal. A specific sound frequency has been engineered to guide your brainwave patterns back to the genius state you were born with. It requires absolutely no effort from you because it works with your natural state. Researchers at major universities have studied this hidden frequency. They confirmed that when this specific brainwave is reactivated, it does not stop with you. It begins to positively influence the people around you, and it shatters generational blocks. It heals the timeline going backward and forward. 7 minutes a day is all it takes to shift your reality. It works entirely below your conscious awareness. I will tell you exactly what this powerful tool is called before this message ends. I will show you how to access it later so you can restore your receiver. But first you must understand how this changes your current relationship cycle. Because the moment you break the generational frequency, the curse completely dissolves into thin air. The heavy chain simply drops to the floor, and you are finally free to love. The Libra moon is giving Scorpio the exact cosmic support needed to finalize this massive break. The cosmic scales are demanding absolute justice for your entire bloodline. You are no longer required to carry the heavy sins of the past. The painful cycles of betrayal and abandonment end with you right here and right now. You are stepping into a completely clean slate, and the universe is guiding your every step. Your ancestors are cheering for you from the high celestial realms. They see the massive chain breaking, and they are sending you endless waves of gratitude. You are the specific chosen one who finally cleared the stagnant energy. And because you did the heavy lifting, the universe is about to reward you with a pure and effortless love. You have paid the ultimate price for peace, and your reward is absolutely guaranteed. The love coming toward you will not feel like a chaotic battlefield. It will feel like a quiet sanctuary where you can finally rest your tired soul. The curse is officially broken, and the loop is permanently closed. But there is one final sign that must be revealed today. Before I reveal the third and final zodiac sign, you must let this truth land deeply. Let it settle quietly in your tired bones. The third sign is standing on the edge of a massive emotional breakthrough. But if they do not recognize the cosmic signs, they might miss the open door entirely. Stay with me closely, because the universe is gathering its final verdict. And once that profound truth clicks into place, everything in your reality shifts forever. Your future self is waiting on the other side of these exact words. The third and final sign chosen by the cosmos is the brilliant Aquarius. You have always felt like a complete stranger in your own life. You walk through crowded rooms and feel like you belong to another world entirely. And while ordinary people find their comfortable place, you have spent years searching for a tribe that understands your soul. You truly are operating on a different level of existence. For your entire life, people have called you too strange or too complex. They studied you like a fascinating science project. They tried to put you in neat little boxes so they could understand your deep mind. But because your spirit was forged in a completely different cosmic fire, you always broke the mold they tried to force upon you. You refused to shrink your spirit just to make ordinary people comfortable. Your romantic life has felt like a massive puzzle with missing pieces. You meet someone and quickly realize they only want the surface version of you. They want the bright smile and the clever jokes, but they are completely terrified of your incredible emotional depth. The moment you show them your true spiritual power, they slowly begin to pull away and look for someone much easier to control. They retreat because your high frequency forces them to face their own shadows. You act as a massive mirror for everyone you meet. This is why conversations suddenly stop the moment you walk into the room. People sense a heavy weight in the atmosphere when you arrive. But it is not a negative weight at all. It is the heavy presence of pure divine truth that makes them question their daily lies. You are a walking lie detector. Your deep sensitivity is a powerful radar that picks up everything. You know exactly what people are thinking before they even open their mouths. Because you see the hidden motives behind every single smile, this incredible gift makes romantic relationships incredibly difficult for you. You cannot pretend to be blind to the red flags that ordinary people happily ignore. And because you refuse to settle for a shallow connection, you spend long seasons alone. You lay awake at 3 in the morning wondering if your soulmate even exists. You feel a heavy weight on your chest as the silent night drags on. But let me reframe your entire reality right now so you can finally see the truth. Your isolation was never a sign that you are unlovable or broken in any way. You were kept in isolation because your specific assignment requires absolute purity. The universe could not allow you to bond with a low-frequency partner. If you had married the person you cried over 5 years ago, your spiritual gifts would have died. You would have dimmed your massive light to keep that fragile relationship perfectly intact, and heaven could not allow you to destroy your potential. Heaven intervened and removed them to protect your beautiful future. The pain of that separation was actually the ultimate divine protection. What you carry inside you is not a tragic wound. It is a massive cosmic weapon of light. You are a frequency master who is learning how to wield your own incredible power, and the upcoming Libra moon is the exact moment of your ultimate activation. Tomorrow night, the silver moon aligns perfectly with your specific energy signature. It is sending a massive shockwave through your romantic timeline. The universe is finally clearing the heavy fog that surrounded your love life. The deep loneliness you have carried for years is dissolving into the cosmic wind. You are stepping into absolute magnetic power, and the world is finally ready to witness your glory. You will no longer attract people who need to be fixed or saved. You are done being the free therapist for emotionally unavailable partners. The Libra moon is drawing a solid boundary around your precious golden energy. It is sending out a clear signal that only a fully healed soul can approach you, and any toxic energy will bounce right off your powerful aura. Your high frequency is now your greatest shield. The person coming toward you does not need you to translate your soul. They speak your exact spiritual language fluently and beautifully. They will not ask you to quiet down or make yourself smaller. They will look at your massive power and they will feel completely at home. Because they were forged in the exact same cosmic fire that created you, they will protect your heart fiercely against the outside world. You are standing on the edge of the most beautiful era of your life. The heavy chains of your past relationships are rusting and falling away. You are no longer defined by the people who failed to love you properly. You are defined by the incredible strength it took to survive them, and you survived what should have absolutely broken your tender heart. And you did not just survive those painful seasons. You used them to develop your spirit into something truly magnificent. The darkness tried to bury you, but they did not realize you were a seed. Now you are blooming into the most powerful version of yourself. The 3 chosen signs are fully aligned, and the cosmic stage is perfectly set for you to receive the pure love you always deserved. Pisces, Scorpio, and Aquarius, you are all standing at the exact same cosmic threshold. The universe has gathered your specific energy for a massive romantic breakthrough, and something is shifting in your absolute favor right now. You might not see the clear evidence yet, but you can feel the heavy atmosphere finally lifting off your tired shoulders. Doors that were sealed shut for years are quietly loosening their rusty hinges. The love that felt impossibly far away is rapidly moving toward you. You are no longer required to chase your beautiful breakthrough. It is already finding its way to your front door. The season of exhausting pursuit is officially over, and you can finally stop running your tired heart into the ground. Heaven is completely rearranging the cosmic furniture to make room for your blessing. The people who drained your golden energy have been swept off the board. The universe cleared the heavy traffic from your romantic timeline, and this massive clearing was never a cruel punishment from a distant god, but it was the ultimate preparation for a pure love that will never fail you. You have felt this high frequency your entire life. It is the exact thing the ordinary world kept telling you was way too much. It was never a burden. It was simply undiscovered by the people who were too blind to see it. And right now, you get to make a very powerful decision. because you get to decide exactly how you will hold this magnificent energy. You can keep letting your bright light stay dulled by past trauma, or you can finally give it the one thing that lets it rise higher than ever before. Your romantic breakthrough is not coming tomorrow. It is already here in this exact room with you. You just have to tune your beautiful receiver to catch the cosmic signal, and the universe will handle the difficult details. The upcoming Libra moon is bathing all three of your signs in pure abundance. The heavy scales are tipping toward absolute justice and incredible joy. Everything you endured was silently preparing you for this exact moment. The painful heartbreaks were not random or tragic accidents, but they were divine lessons that forged your spirit into unbreakable steel. You are not the same naive person who walked into those old relationships. The old you would have settled for tiny breadcrumbs of affection. The new you demands the entire beautiful loaf. You have raised your standards because you finally recognize your immense worth. And the universe is responding to your new solid boundary with a massive reward that will heal your tired soul. Do you feel the warm energy rushing into your chest right now? That is the sweet sensation of hope replacing years of bitter disappointment. You are being washed clean of every single toxic word they spoke over you. The ugly labels they gave you are burning up in the cosmic fire, and you are stepping out of the dark ashes looking absolutely radiant. What you carry inside your soul cannot be copied or reverse-engineered. It cannot be taken from you by anyone who does not understand its immense value. But this beautiful frequency can be consciously strengthened, and it can be developed on absolute purpose instead of by random accident. You do not have to wait for the silver moon to do all the heavy work. You can actively participate in your own powerful romantic activation. The universe loves a chosen one who takes bold action, because when you align your pure intention with the cosmic timing, incredible miracles happen almost overnight. The long delay in your life is completely shattered. Your divine partner is pulled into your orbit with the force of a massive magnet. Some spiritual messages do not just quietly inform your human mind. They actively shift the deep energy in your tired spirit. If something stirred deep inside your chest just now, you are absolutely ready for what comes next. If you felt the heavy truth of my words land in a safe place, then your soul is already waking up. Your internal receiver is finally turning back on. This upcoming revelation is not for everyone watching this video. It is specifically for the chosen ones who already know they carry a suppressed frequency. It is for Pisces, Scorpio, and Aquarius souls who refuse to live in the lonely shadows anymore, because you have already done the hard inner work. You have cried the painful tears in the quiet, dark night. Now it is time to collect the beautiful reward heaven arranged for you. The universe is handing you the golden key to unlock your blocked potential. You have felt the strange gap between your bright mind and your lonely reality. And I promise to tell you exactly how the quiet scientists figured out how to close that painful gap forever. I told you there was a specific way to keep your frequency from being dulled. I told you that chosen ones have been using this hidden tool very quietly. If your tired spirit is still with me right now, then this message was meant for you specifically. Heaven brought you to this exact video tonight for a reason, and it is finally time to reveal the beautiful truth. The deep question I asked you to hold at the beginning of this message: what if the massive gap in your love life is not a character flaw at all? What if the intense loneliness has a scientific name that no one told you about? Here is the beautiful answer you have been waiting for. A specific brainwave called the gamma wave was running freely in you as an innocent child, and it was responsible for the effortless joy you felt before the world broke your heart. Princeton University has studied this exact brainwave for years. The Einstein Center in Berlin confirmed its massive creative power. Columbia University found that when this brainwave is restored, it naturally draws pure love toward you. It radiates outward and positively influences the people you care about deeply. A brilliant team of neuroscientists spent years compressing the full clinical protocol for gamma reactivation, and they squeezed 1 full hour of intense therapy into exactly 7 minutes. Before I tell you what they built, let me tell you about 2 people who used it. A woman from California had tried absolutely everything to find real love. Meditation, manifesting, constant prayer. Nothing broke the lonely fog surrounding her tired heart. After 2 weeks of listening, she said something completely cleared. The heavy channel simply opened and her relationships shifted instantly. She described her life as perfectly enchanted for the very first time because the heavy weight was finally gone. A man from Texas started using it to clear his exhausted mind. 2 months later, his entire romantic reality transformed. The hardest relationship problems he used to lose sleep over started solving themselves. He no longer worried about being abandoned or misunderstood by the people he loved. He said it felt like his brain was finally running on what it was always supposed to run on, and the painful cycles of his past completely dissolved into nothing. That is exactly what the research team built. They call it the Genius Song. It is not a meditation app. It is not a generic sound frequency. It is a 7-minute audio track using advanced brain entrainment technology. It is compressed from 1 full clinical protocol into something you do at home with headphones and closed eyes. That is the entirety of what it requires. 7 minutes. You do not meditate. You do not chant. You simply let the frequency do what your brain was designed to receive while you relax in absolute peace. The Genius Song is not for everyone watching this video. It is specifically for the chosen one who has already done the heavy inner work. It is for the soul who understands that their block is a suppressed frequency. It is for the cycle breaker who refuses to repeat the heartbreak of their ancestors. If your spirit confirms this is for you, the open path is below. You have already paid the ultimate price in tears, and now it is time to simply receive the cosmic reward. Clinical biofeedback sessions to restore this beautiful state cost hundreds of dollars per hour. An in-home machine runs into the thousands. What the Genius Song delivers in 7 minutes is available to you today for a tiny fraction of its true value. 4 powerful bonuses come directly with it. You get an audio designed specifically for your children. You get the original prosperity text that the world kept hidden. You get a guided visualization and a daily habits guide built to sustain the gamma state forever. Here is the deeper truth about waiting. The beautiful relationship arranged for you does not arrive as new information. It arrives as a deep recognition. Something already placed in your path becomes visible when your gamma wave is restored. The chosen one who restores the receiver today does not receive something new. They finally see what was always waiting there, because the blessing was prepared for them long before they ever experienced their very first heartbreak. Waiting is not neutral. Do not look for this on YouTube or Spotify. The fake tracks circulating on those platforms have absolutely no brain entrainment technology encoded. They carry the name, but they carry none of the actual healing power. The darkness floods the market with cheap imitations to keep chosen ones confused and trapped in their lonely cycles. The only authentic version is available through the link that has been placed in the description and the pinned comment below. The universe demands absolutely no risk from you. You are fully protected by a complete satisfaction promise. If you do not feel the romantic shift in your spirit, every single penny is returned. That is an energetic exchange governed by complete divine trust. Heaven never asks you to make a leap blindly without placing a safety net beneath your feet. The link is waiting in the description and in the first pinned comment below. The tool is not the final destination. The tool merely restores the receiver so the beautiful destination can be recognized when it arrives. God does not require you to purchase anything to be loved or chosen. What was described is simply one way the receiver is restored to its original factory setting. Whether that specific path is for you or not, the absolute truth of this message belongs to you entirely. Now let us go deeper into what is waiting for you at the finish line. The cosmic scales are finally tipping completely in your favor tonight. Tomorrow night, the beautiful Libra moon strikes the exact center of your romantic timeline. The deep pain of your past is instantly dissolved in this massive silver light. You are no longer defined by the shallow people who walked away from you, because you are defined by the incredible strength it took to survive their heavy absence. The powerful universe is officially clearing your painful romantic record right now. Everything you generously gave away is being returned to you in absolute abundance. You have paid the ultimate emotional price, and your beautiful reward is fully guaranteed. The frequency tool I described earlier remains completely open in the description. It is waiting right there for those whose tired spirit said yes to the shift. That is the final time it will be mentioned in this message. What follows right now belongs entirely to your beautiful spiritual ceiling. We are quietly closing the heavy door on your lonely past forever. The cosmic cycle of heartbreaking abandonment is permanently broken tonight. You are leaving the old chaotic energy completely behind you, and you will never walk backward into the painful places you have completely outgrown. Everything you endured in those quiet and lonely years was never wasted. The silent tears you cried in the dark were not a tragic mistake. They were actively preparing your frequency to hold something completely magnificent. And heaven was watching your immense bravery through every single storm. You are not the misunderstood outcast that ordinary people claimed you were. The world completely failed to recognize the rare beauty of your sensitive soul. You are the chosen one who carries the heavy light of heaven, and you were sent here to change the entire vibration of human love. The people who foolishly rejected you simply could not handle your massive calling. You do not need anyone to grant you permission to step into this new reality. Your divine authority was handed to you before you were even born into this noisy world. You hold the absolute power to change your romantic destiny today. It activates the exact moment you finally stop apologizing for your beautiful depth. I want you to completely release every single agreement you ever made with smallness. Release the painful lie that your deep heart is somehow way too much for a normal person. Release the heavy delay that kept you waiting for a gentle love that never arrived. The cosmic waiting room is officially closed, and your beautiful name is being loudly called. Place your right hand over your beating heart right now. Take a deep breath and feel the immense power radiating from your own chest. Declare this profound truth with me before you go to sleep tonight. I release the desperate need to save the broken people who constantly drain my golden energy. I step into my divine romantic assignment with absolute clarity and fierce grace. The painful cycle of my deep loneliness ends here and now. My beautiful breakthrough is not coming tomorrow because it is already here. I am exactly where I am supposed to be in this vast universe. The cosmic energy is flowing freely through my completely healed soul. Your ultimate romantic breakthrough is already moving fiercely toward you. The universe is actively aligning the perfect soul to match your golden frequency. The heavy fog is lifting, and the clear path is finally visible to your open eyes. They are walking the exact same path and carrying the exact same pure intention. You do not have to hunt for them or force a fragile connection to happen, because true cosmic love operates perfectly on the law of deep magnetic attraction. Your only job is to stand completely still in your new radiant light. They will naturally recognize your brilliant frequency from 1,000 miles away. They will see your bright spirit, and they will feel instantly at home. And they will never ask you to dim your beautiful light just to make them feel comfortable. The long season of your painful preparation is completely finished. The Libra moon is sealing your new timeline with absolute cosmic protection. Tomorrow morning you are going to wake up feeling entirely different inside. The heavy burden of your lonely past will be completely gone. You will breathe in the fresh air of a completely new spiritual beginning. A steady confidence will replace the quiet anxiety in your beautiful chest. Walk boldly into the bright morning, knowing you are deeply loved by the universe. You are a magnificent force of nature, and your true love story begins today. Heaven has finally spoken, and your beautiful romantic verdict is absolutely secure forever. The divine arrangement is officially complete, and your new peaceful life is waiting for you.